Hey guys, welcome back to the Lovin Riyadh show. I'm Mirama, and today we're going to be talking about some exciting things that happened in the last week in Saudi, including that Saudi discovers 14 new oil and gas fields across the kingdom, and that Saudi unveiled that it was once a lush green oasis 8 million years ago. So let's get started with our first topic, is that Saudi discovered 14 new oil and gas fields across the kingdom. So this is a major win that Saudi just unlocked for the energy world. In a powerful announcement by Energy Minister Prince Abdulaziz bin Salman, Saudi Aramco, the well-known company in Saudi, has revealed 14 new oil and gas discoveries spanning both the eastern province and the vast empty quarter desert. The latest finds include 6 new oil fields, 4 natural gas reservoirs, 2 oil reservoirs, and 2 new gas fields. And each of these adds a fresh strength to the kingdom's already very impressive energy profile. The highlights of this include the Aifan, I think is how you pronounce it, field, which is producing 2,840 barrels of very light crude daily. There's also the Nuair field flowing with 1,800 barrels of medium crude, and the Ghazlan field, which is impressing everybody with 32 million standard cubic feet of gas daily, along with 525 barrels of condensate. This is a lot of technical talk to basically conclude that there is a lot of new oil and gas that has been discovered in Saudi. And these discoveries not only emphasize Saudi's continued innovation and exploration success, but it also reveals its commitment to global energy stability. Because, of course, with all these natural gas discoveries, the natural gas flows in places like the Marzouk field, which hits up to 10 mmscf per day, which I don't know what it stands for, but it basically indicates that the kingdom is positioning itself as a long-term player in both oil and gas markets. And this news obviously comes as Saudi continues its journey towards Vision 2030. And this is obviously unlocking the full value of its natural resources, while it's also leading the way in sustainability, economic diversification, and, of course, energy security. So it's a big win for Saudi, and hopefully more discoveries will come along with it. And hopefully this will also contribute to Saudi's energy flow in a positive way. On to our next topic. Saudi recently unveiled that it was once a lush green oasis 8 million years ago. So long before sand dunes and the scorching sun that, typically defines the Arabian Peninsula, Saudi was actually discovered to be a lush green oasis which was flourishing with life. And this came in a major scientific revelation by the Saudi Heritage Commission, which announced that the region served as a vital ecological corridor between Africa and Asia. And this was about 8 million years ago. So it's a very exciting discovery. And it's also part of the Green Arabia project, which came through the analysis of cave samples from, I'm sure I'm going to butcher this, but Tuhul al-Samman, which is near Ramah in Saudi. And in these discoveries, researchers found oxygen and hydrogen isotopes that were preserved in ancient formations. And these are traces that confirmed that several humid rainy phases that once transformed the land into a fertile bridge, which was like a bridge for biodiversity and early human life. And the study involved 30 scientists from around the globe. It was actually recently published in the prestigious, Nature journal. And experts are saying that this not only redefines the region's ancient past, but it's also helping inform Saudi's future, especially as the kingdom pushes forward with sustainable efforts like the Green Riyadh project, which we've all heard about, of course. The CEO of the SHC, Jasir Al-Hirbish, said that this isn't just about archaeology, it's more about reimagining our landscapes and heritage. And I'd have to agree because, this really does give us a different picture of how Saudi's heritage was, especially with its landscapes that we always maybe thought were like completely ridden as desert, but is actually more green than we would have thought. And Saudi is increasingly investing in its environmental legacy. So these findings offer a hopeful vision of maybe restoring some of that ancient greenery that we once had. And personally, I'd love to see that. And it's nice to think that this was once a reality in Saudi, even though the deserts are absolutely beautiful and the landscape we already have is beautiful. But it's nice to imagine that it was once super green, especially since Saudi is already trying to make it more green. So hopefully this means that we can get to that goal in a much, not really easier way, but, in a more hopeful way. So thank you guys for tuning in to this episode. We will see you again tomorrow for another episode of the Lovin Riyadh show. Don't forget to listen on all streaming platforms as well as YouTube. And we will see you next time.